You're listening to The John and Heidi Show. Now, featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Ferris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris. Good Tuesday to you, Mr. Ferris.
Yeah, it's the end of end of May, and we're still covering our delicate outside plants.
We had a frost advisory over the weekend.
I know.
I was like, remember last week when I was joking around, saying, hey, it's going to snow on Thursday? And I'm like,
oh, wow. A couple days ago, Colorado Springs got like a foot of snow.
It's just, yeah.
It's like, what is it?
So now, if that does happen here, I want to make sure everybody knows.
Warming.
I was just teasing. It wasn't for real.
I don't know about you, but Armageddon out of here.
I see what you did there.
Oh, goodness gracious me. Oh, let's see. What is going on? Today's celebrations, didn't look it up. Bob Dylan has a birthday today.
Oh, Bobby Dylan.
He's 81.
Oh, my goodness. I didn't realize he was 81.
You know, he's from Duluth.
Oh, really?
He's from Duluth, Minnesota.
What's his real last name? It's not...
Zimmerman.
Here we go.
Zimmerman.
Robert Zimmer.
Bobby Zimmerman, yeah.
And picked up the Nobel Prize, Poet Laureate, back in 2016.
I think that's pretty cool.
He didn't even book a flight to go get the prize.
Oh, really?
I wouldn't either.
He's
He's like, whatever.
Would you?
You can mail it to me. It'll be fine.
Just throw it in my yard, losers.
Cool.
All right, Bob again is 81 today. John C. Reilly.
I love
Oh,
him.
yeah, I
Some of these
like
actors you
him.
see,
He's
it's like,
funny.
He's just, it's like, when has he not been around?
Super talented dude.
I can't believe he didn't pick up an Academy Award for Talladega Nights.
No. Honestly, he should
Shake
have.
and bake, baby.
He should have probably won an award for Stan and Ollie, the Laurel and Hardy movie.
I agree with that because
Like,
he totally transformed himself.
You're halfway through that movie and
Before
you're
you
like,
even
oh, hey, I
realized who it
forgot
was.
this was John C. Because
Yeah.
he
Phenomenal.
completely transformed into.
And you think of him as just a goony actor.
Yeah.
A
Oh, no,
goofy
no.
He's
guy,
talented dude, though.
But man, yeah.
Very talented. But he also has got a good sense of humor, so he takes the fun
Yeah.
parts.
Yeah.
That's,
Very cool.
That's great. Okay.
Sorry. Do we get off track?
It really was. It was phenomenal.
John is 57 today.
Oh.
John C. Reilly? Oh, nice.
God, seriously.
No. I forgot who we were talking about. We've been talking so long.
Wow. Tommy Chong is 84 and stoned to the bone.
Okay.
Cheech and Chong.
Yeah.
Fame.
We met him. Heidi, I thought she broke his back when
I
she
thought I
hugged him.
broke him in half. Yeah.
She hugged him, and I
too
heard
hard.
cracks come
He
from his
cracked
back.
all over
She
the
hugged
place.
him
I was
way
like,
too
oh.
hard.
Sorry.
Not a huge fan of Tommy Chong, but I'm a huge fan of Cheech Marin.
Oh, yeah. He
Really?
seems
See,
fun.
I always liked Tommy a little more.
Really?
Yeah.
I like them both.
Interesting.
I like them both. And the funny thing is, we were at that concert, and we completely didn't fit in. Most of the people around us, I think, were stoned at the time.
Hard to believe.
Yeah, and
No.
we're not drugged people. I got to introduce him, and then I go and sit down, and I'm like, excuse me, move that joint. I'm trying to
Honestly,
get
it
through.
was pretty sad at their ages that they're still, carrying on like that. It was. I felt bad for them.
I thought it was
Probably
cool.
shouldn't have, but I did.
Got to make a buck, man.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
suppose
they did a good job.
doing their thing.
Was 1844. Sammy Morse. You know what I'm talking
Morse
about.
code,
Samuel
yeah.
Morse taps out the world's first telegraph message.
What
What
was it?
was
A
it?
lot
do you
of
know?
people think it would be SOS, correct? Which
No.
is the international sign of distress.
Yeah, just because it's the easiest thing to get out.
Was it? I'm trying to reach you about your auto warranty.
That was second. That was second. It was, quote, what hath God wrought?
Oh,
Pretty heavy, huh?
pretty deep.
Pretty heavy. Yeah, Sam
Did
wasn't
anybody
playing
reply?
around. No, because nobody else had one of those.
And
There
nobody
she is,
knew
John.
what it meant.
They responded back and said, "Who dis?"
1969. This shocks me to this day, and so I keep reverting back to it and then researching it even further, going, okay, this is true, because it is true, but it's shocking. 1969. The pop single, Sugar Sugar,
Archie's.
released by the fake cartoon band The Archies, is named the Billboard Song of the Year.
Yeah.
Ah,
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it didn't just hit number one. It was the Billboard Song of the Year.
But they were
it's a good song.
pretty popular, in the cartoon.
cute.
And it was all made up. And the company
Yeah.
behind that whole thing,
Yeah.
they also produced the Monkees, too. In fact, they wanted the Monkees to record it first.
Really?
Oh, and they passed
Monkees
on.
people took a pass.
They should have done it. I bet they would have done really, really a good job on that.
Well, Sugar, honey, honey, you are my candy girl, and you've got me wanting you. So
It's a great little tune.
pretty heavy duty.
Yeah.
Was a 1988 New York native, John Moschita. Does that ring a bell at all?
John Moschita.
John
No.
Moschita became pretty famous. Set a world's record back in '88 this day for the fastest talking person on the planet.
Oh,
Okay.
Is he the
Clocked
Micro
in
Machines
at
guy?
Micro Machines guy. Did FedEx commercials in the '80s.
Yeah.
586 words per minute.
Wow.
I'm only like 10 words behind that.
That is not a
But
lot.
John made sense.
He does make sense. I say a lot of
John
stuff,
made
it just doesn't
sense.
add up.
Actually, it was 2 years after the fact in 1990, a gentleman by the name of Steve Woodmore absolutely waxed him at 637 words per minute.
It's a lot of words per minute.
That's pretty amazing.
I get to record a lot of disclaimers because I can talk really fast, but I don't like doing that because I always feel like that seems real sleazy. At the end of a commercial, we're going to talk really soft about all the stuff we want to say, and then afterwards you got to talk really fast about all the stuff it's going to do to you. I'm just not a fan, but I get hired to do that because I can talk fast.
You could say no, John.
I
You
should.
can say no.
I should say no at a regular speed.
You should say no more often.
The thing is, I can speak really fast too. I just choose not to. It's a choice, John.
It
It is a choice.
It's a lifestyle.
It is.
Dan knows how to do this. Dan says no.
Okay, well, maybe I should
See how
say
that
no.
works?
Oh, I should say
Let's
no.
ask John. He'll do anything.
John will do it.
I remember saying no once. It was in 1987. I haven't said no since.
Well, I know, you know, we all know. We just bounce ahead here.
Gonna do that. It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris.
Are you looking for an energy drink that's natural, lasts longer, has no dyes, no artificial flavorings, and no sugar? Blitz Energy Drink is the answer. With only 10 calories per serving and 200 milligrams of caffeine, our formula will help increase your focus, endurance, mood, and energy levels. Order now at drinkblitzenergy.com. Use promo code RADIO20 to save 20% and get free shipping on any canister. drinkblitzenergy.com. Promo code RADIO20. That's drinkblitzenergy.com.
Time now for a bright spot of news, and we're going to shine the spotlight right now on a local comedian, Mr. Zach Dresch. I've got him on the line. How you doing, sir?
Good, John. About yourself?
I am fantastic. You are a busy dude. You're in a bunch of bands. You've got a TV program that you do with Jack Unruh. You're a comic. You got just a ton of stuff that you're working on all the time, and you're going to be featuring, you're the headliner of a comedy show this weekend in the Sioux Falls area, right?
Yeah, that's right. I'm going to be at Boston's Comedy Club in T, South Dakota, so it's not very far. It's a hop, skip, and a jump past Sioux Falls, so it's only about 10, 15 minutes away. This Friday night, it's going to be at 7 o'clock, 5:30 p.m. are the doors, and we've got Chris Fryer featuring. He's hilarious, and we've got Reed Baxter hosting. He's also hilarious. So dynamite lineup, if I do say so myself.
I agree completely. I know all of them, and they're all very, very funny folks. And now, have the three of you have worked together in the past, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, not just stand-up, but we actually have done a lot of stuff on Late Night Boomin' as well, the talk show that we've been working on with Jack. Reed and Chris both have played homeless men and officers and different characters on the show. So it's quite an entertaining show for sure.
So let's talk a little bit about Late Night Boomin', because that's something that came out. We talked with Jack on the program here, I don't know, maybe a month or two ago, but that's a program that you guys came up with a little while ago. How long has that been out, and how many episodes do you have now?
We filmed about 5 so far. Jack started it in 2019 as a college project that they filmed about two episodes, maybe 3. And I was actually slated to be a guest on the 3rd or 4th episode, but then COVID hit, so we had to take a break and not do it. And then about last fall sometime, September, October, Jack calls me up and says, "Hey, we need a co-host for the show. Would you be interested?" I'm like, "Absolutely." So count me in. And so I hopped in on the process and got along with everyone there involved. And it's just been kind of off to the races ever since. We filmed about 5 episodes. We got a few more in the can, and we're going to be filming them for TV. It's going to be airing soon. We just don't know when and what time and everything, but that'll be happening sometime in the near future. So I'm pretty excited about that.
When you get that next step, you make sure you reach out. We'll be sure to talk about it so folks know when and where to find it as well.
Absolutely. And I'd love to have you on the show as well.
That would be fun. That'd be a ton of fun. Now, in addition to the talk show, in addition to the stand-up comedy, you're also a musician. How many bands are you in right now? Because I know it's a bunch of bands you've been in, but currently, right now, how many bands are you in?
2 bands that do originals and 1 dueling pianos cover band. And I also play with a buddy of mine, Nick Burke. We do stuff on the side too. So technically, like 4, but two that actually play originals.
And And one of those just put out an album, right?
Single, and then the album's coming out this summer. Yep. The Disarmed is the name of our band. The song is called Idle Hands. It's going to be on it's on Spotify, it's on Apple Music, Bandcamp, all the streaming services. We've already gotten a lot of it's been out for a couple of days. We've already had about 500 listens, like 400 to 500 listens so far on it. It's been nuts. It's been across the region and some even across the country. We've been looking at the statistics and we're like, it's crazy how many areas are just checking out this little band from Sioux Falls. So it's pretty interesting.
Well, you tell me how to find it, and then I'll be sure to share it so folks can find it as well. How's that sound?
Oh, yeah, that's perfect. I'll send you a link.
That would be really, really good. And then I'll share that at facebook.com/sunnyradio and facebook.com/Sioux Falls News. And that brings us back to what you're doing this Friday night. If people would like to see you do stand-up comedy, and some folks, they probably have seen you and they don't even know that it was you, but they kind of know you as the flu bug, right?
Right. Yeah, that was kind of my first claim to fame. People started taking notice of me because Epicosity graciously liked my audition, and so I did these commercials for a while. I think we're still doing it. We're just kind of taking a break from it for now. I think because of COVID and everything, it's been kind of different. But yeah, that was kind of, I've been on billboards and stuff, and that's kind of what got people recognizing me in the first place. And yeah, like I said, it's just been kind of off to the races. I'm grateful for that gig because it's helped me get a lot more comedy shows in the past. So
it's really, really neat. And if people would like to see you again, Friday night, what time? Where do I get tickets? How do I find all this stuff?
Let's see here. It is at Boston's Comedy Club in T, South Dakota. And you can actually get tickets, I believe. I'm going to be posting links on social media as well, and it will be available on my website at www.zachdresch.com. And also at Facebook, you can type in Zach Dresch Headline Show, and there's a ticket link for tickets you can purchase online as well, and then you can just pick them up and we'll call. Otherwise, if you personally know me, I have physical tickets available too, and I can get them to you as well. So if you're a friend listening right now, just DM me, whatever
nice.
That works.
And
so,
I'll throw a link to make it really easy at SiouxFallsComedy.com. We'll have a link going right over there so they can find it. Zach, thank you so much for taking the time to chat. It's always a pleasure, man.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me, John. You're a wonderful person. I'm always happy to chat with you.
Well, again, I'm a big fan and super excited. Again, it's this Friday night. Zach Dresch, Reed Baxter, Chris Fryer, all three very, very funny people. And you can find tickets and you can find show details at SiouxFallsComedy.com.
Join us in October for The Sands, a week of music and fun that's been described as the best week ever by many guests. This year we have more icons and more fun. Loverboy, Belinda Carlisle, Lou Gramm, Vanilla Ice, Samantha Fox, Firehouse, and many more already on the schedule. Plus, more announcements coming soon. Plan to join us October 25th through the 30th at Planet Hollywood Beach Resort Cancun. This all-inclusive event will be the time of your life. Learn more now at radiotravelgroup.com.
And now stuff Dan finds interesting.
It is time for Stuff Dan Finds Interesting. Dan, what do you find interesting on this Tuesday?
Well, you can't really tell by the overnight temps, but spring has sprung and the birds are birding, the bees are being, the grass is grassing, and, summertime's just here. And, of course, young man's thoughts turn to, car theft and carjacking, of course.
Is that what it is?
Road trips, and a lot of people, and I've been watching national news, a lot of people are going, you know what, not going anywhere this year because gas prices went
up.
Right.
But then I start thinking, I really like driving.
Yeah.
I'm a car guy, man.
Yep.
I dig my car, and it's like, I got to find 3-5 foot of garden hose and maybe borrow a little gas. I'll do it. I got to get the job done. But there's some things I have thought forever, ever since I started driving, that I thought were against the law, but they're not. Came across this article from the South Dakota Department of Public Safety. Okay. For instance, I have thought forever that driving barefoot is illegal.
I thought so too.
John always tells me it is. I know it's
really?
not. It's not as long as you don't have your shoes in your way where it could obstruct the pedals. So you got to have the shoes out of the way.
Okay, so there is a little caveat there.
Yeah.
So you don't want your shoe to get stuck under the
But
Exactly.
I literally lived my entire life thinking that's illegal.
Yeah, I drive barefoot
so
all the time. It drives John crazy.
Yeah, I tell her don't do that.
And I think this is just kind of irritating more than anything.
Sometimes she does it just to drive me crazy, by the way.
And interstate speed limits vary state to state.
Yeah.
It's up to them who sets it. I think South Dakota, it's 80.
Yep.
But did you know the minimum is still at 40? You can literally go out on I-90, I-29 and drive 40, and there ain't nobody can bother you.
I've seen people do
Well,
it.
it says,
drives
I've
me
seen the signs.
crazy.
It says minimum speed.
Minimum
40,
speed is 40. That seems a little... That's some lollygagging right
is.
there.
No, I've gotten behind people
you would think
on
that
the
would be
interstate going
dangerous
40.
when somebody's
It
going
is.
40.
Okay,
It's like,
because
get off
of
this road.
because of devices and everything else, and so many distractions these days,
Mm-hmm.
I thought this was legal too. It is not. It's perfectly okay to wear headphones while driving in South Dakota.
It's a bad idea, though.
It's a bad idea,
It
but
is a
it's
bad
perfectly
idea.
legal.
Yeah.
It's perfectly legal. It's also perfectly legal in South Dakota to be on the phone while you're driving,
Yeah.
but you can't be texting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hands free.
There's the difference.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, they do suggest you do all that hands-free, but if you're just babbling away on the phone,
They don't care.
you're just fine
Yep.
in the state of South Dakota.
I've got the Bluetooth thing connected to my radio, and it's really convenient when it's just me in the car. It's really awkward. You would have a lot of other people in the car.
I've been in the car when you've done that, and I just want to go on the record as saying, wow, that's irritating,
But
John.
the first thing you got to do, if you've got other people in the car,
Yeah,
first thing you
first say,
do,
"There's people in the
say,
car."
hey, my wife is here with me, and we got you on speaker. Because I've had it where people say things, and I didn't tell them that, and then Heidi's like smiling. I'm like, I don't even want
Okay,
to
and again,
know
I
you're here.
can't stress this enough. When I'm driving,
Yeah.
my phone's off, man.
It's a good
I touch
plan.
nothing.
It's a really good plan.
There's nothing important enough for me to go, well, I better take this. Because I'm generally already going 40 miles an hour over the speed limit. And I need to focus,
gotta
man.
focus.
I need to focus.
People in my way.
This drives me crazy. People who do not use their turn signals.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
very frustrating.
That's also illegal, by the way.
To not use your
signals-
turn signal?
You are required by law to signal your turns. If your
Nice.
turn signals, whatever, don't work, you're supposed to use hand signals.
Yeah.
Oh. When I was driving
And I
the
still see some bikers do that, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
To watch.
Yeah.
I like seeing that.
planes, trains, and automobiles car, I would use my hand signals. Even though the blinkers worked, I did it because in the movie, John Candy did that when he was turning. He stuck his arm out the window.
Now, this is serious, and transporting open alcoholic beverage containers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfectly fine
Really?
if they're in your trunk and out of your reach.
I knew that.
Oh, okay. So that's how you do it.
Out of your... Really, Heidi?
Heidi has it.
Yeah.
She knows exactly what she can and can't do when it comes to bootlegging booze.
Holy
Her family is
cow.
filled with bootleggers. I don't know if you knew that.
Now, this is the biggie, and we're going to wrap it up with this because, again, it's kind of surprising, but it's true. I remember growing up, whatever, if you're of any age, you have ridden in the bed of an open pickup.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All the time.
Yes.
I grew up in the bed of an
If
open
you're over the
pickup.
age of 40, that probably happened at some
May have been
point
conceived in the bed
your
of an
life.
open pickup.
So
We
you've
went
got
from
to
Storm
ask
Lake, Iowa to
yourself,
Lincoln, Nebraska, and two of us kids at a time had to be in the back of the
as
pickup.
sketchy or dangerous as that may seem,
It's legal.
it's perfectly legal.
Yeah.
Now, law enforcement authorities go, we kind of wish you wouldn't,
Yeah.
Right. It's very dangerous.
but
Don't stand up. I'm telling you that. It's a bad plan.
it's
I didn't know that
legit.
still was legal. I did think that was illegal now.
as long as you're wearing your seatbelt. Oh, wait.
Yeah. So I came across that and just thought, that's interesting. Things I have thought forever. And I'm going, not true.
Nice.
Interesting. So,
Well, thank
hey,
you.
Yeah, get out
Alrighty.
there, do some exhibition driving, go nuts, man.
Be safe while you're doing that exhibition driving.
John, these are things I find interesting.
Oh, that's right. That's why we refer to this as stuff Dan finds interesting on the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris.
What can I say that I haven't already said about bettercreditcards.com? It's a website. You go there to get a better credit card. Okay, that's really probably all I need to say for most of you, but I still have time left, so how about this? At bettercreditcards.com, we have different kinds of credit cards, some with better points and perks, some designed to help you build your credit. Whatever stage of life you happen to be in, we want to help. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Here's your Marketbeat Minute for Tuesday, May 24th, 2022. Equities began the week on a solid footing with the S&P 500 rising more than 1.85% at the high of the day. Investors are warned not to read too much into the move, however, because there are at least two major catalysts this week that could drive the market even lower. The first is the release of the FOMC minutes Wednesday. Minutes that could reveal a very hawkish Federal Reserve. And the second is the PCE price index on Friday. That is not expected to subside substantially from the previous month and could come in even hotter than expected. A hot figure will seal the deal on a series of 50 basis point rate hikes and could even lead to a 75 basis point hike by the June meeting. The takeaway for investors is that there are many risks on the horizon and that selling in May and going away until the fall could be the best strategy for the summer. You could get the inside track from Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at marketbeatminute.com.